Hey, DemonDriver here. What I'm holding in my hand is called Depron. Right here are 2 sheets of 2mm Depron, and right now this is basically extinct, or at least in this form. Big nice sheets that a wonderful company here in the United States used to sell. rcfoam.com used to sell this product called Depron from a company in Austria called Selit, S-E-L-I-T. Now, recently, in the last few months, Selit has gone from making Depron in flat sheet form like this, and they're now manufacturing it really strictly for flooring manufacturers and construction companies in massive roll form. So take a look at that photo. So they're doing that, and they're making it in roll form. And Depron like this is 2mm Depron, is basically extinct. It's gone. You can't buy it like this anymore. What they used to do is they would manufacture it and roll it out flat, and then through a process it would flatten out the product, and then they would cut it to length or ship it to rcfoam.com here in the United States, I think in Georgia, and then they would cut it to certain lengths, and then you could buy it. So the advantage of Depron used to be was its size and its consistency, its smooth texture. As you can see, it's a pretty smooth texture. It's a good product. It's a great foam. And a long time ago, a friend of mine, about 2003, 2004, went to Germany, and he was a big RC nut. He went to an RC convention in Germany, and he brought back with him a whole boatload of Depron. And once he got out of the hobby, about a year later, he just was done with it. I bought all of his stock of Depron. But this Depron I bought from rcfoam.com probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I bought a huge stock of 1mm, 2mm, I think 3mm. So I'm pretty well stocked up, even though this stuff is gone and off the market. But don't be afraid, because there are still products here in the United States and in Canada that are similar to Depron. So it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. A lot of people are freaking out because you can't get this anymore. Don't freak out. Relax. I'm going to show you some products right now that you can buy at your local hobby shop or arts and crafts stores that are very similar to Depron, and in many ways are superior in some ways. So let's take a look at these things right now. So no Depron, don't worry about it, it's okay. Come on, let me show you what's up. Okay, here we have our sheet of Depron, 2mm Depron. It's about, I don't know, 30 inches by 40 some odd inches. That was the advantage with Depron. You could buy a big sheet from rcfoam.com, but it's not the end of the world. There are still foams out there that you can buy. I bought all these. I live in Charleston, South Carolina, and I bought all these foams from local hobby shops like Flightline Hobbies in Ridgeville, Hobbytown USA in Mount Pleasant and in Charleston, Hobby Lobby, and a couple of other stores. I'm pretty sure that AC Moore sells it too, and Michaels. So let's take a look at the products that we can still get. We have, by Midwest, we have cellfoam 88. This is 1/8 inch cellfoam, and that's about, right here are two or three, 4 sheets of 3mm foam. Now, of course, it's smaller. It's a smaller size, but you got 4 sheets right there. So I bought this at Hobbytown USA. Now let's see what else we got. We have these bigger sheets here. These are big and long. Now they're not as wide as the Depron. But they are available. You can actually go and buy them. I bought these at Flightline Hobbies at Ridgeville from the great Mr. Peters, aka Mr. Fred. And we have Electrifly Pro-formance foam right here. All right, and this is 2 sheets of 6mm foam. There are the dimensions. Okay, and you get 2 sheets in a bag, and it's, as you can see, it's pretty sizable, pretty big. The dimensions are 11 and a half inches by 47 inches, 6 millimeter. Okay, you can buy this at most hobby shops. Then we've got more cell foam. All right, we got more cell foam, and I bought this from Hobbytown USA, and this is 3/16. And the dimensions in this, you get 2 sheets right here, 2 sheets of 5 millimeter, 2 sheets of 5 millimeter, 3/16, 11 inches, 11 and a half by 47 inches. Okay, very similar to Depron, very similar to Depron. Matter of fact, I would say that they're basically identical. Then we have from Electrifly, we have even thinner, 1 millimeter Depron right here, and you get 2 sheets and 11 and a half inches by 47 inches. All right, you get 2 of them, 1 millimeter, and you know, it's bagged up in a nice neat bag. There's a cardboard backing. You can see the width of it, 1 millimeter. I'm getting real close. See that, 1 millimeter? It's in a bag. It's a good product, and I'm going to show you a little trick to mimic this. See, the advantage again of Depron was it came in a big sheet, so you could kind of make whatever, you know, you could cut out a fuselage if you were doing a profile plane, or a, you know, profile 3D plane. You could have a whole wing. You could have a whole kit in one sheet, and that was the big advantage. But I'm going to show you something. This is 4 millimeter cell foam, or Pro-formance foam. This stuff right here from Electrifly, and we have a little bit of it out. Let's have a look at it. And it has kind of that kind of airy, kind of spongy, kind of a hardened foam to it, and it's a little bit harder. It kind of snaps. You know, when you break it, it has that crisp snap to it. This is good foam, guys. This is really good foam. And then of course you have the old standby, which is underneath here. You got the classic old standby, which is dollar store foam. That's right. Good old-fashioned dollar store foam right here. R.L. Adams, Plastics Incorporated, Wyoming, Michigan, and foam board, right? Remember the old foam board? You take it and you peel it away, right? Remember that? You can still get this. You can get this anywhere, all right? This is pretty good. It's a pretty good, you know, it's pretty good stuff. So let's go ahead and let's see its width. Millimeter wise, obviously minus the paper, but you know, we can get an idea for what it is. And it's, you know, about 4.5 millimeters. So, dollar store foam. You can still buy this anywhere. You just need to peel the paper off, and you get a nice lightweight, good foam. And you know, it's bigger. It's nowhere near as big as a sheet of Depron, as you can see. But it's still something you can buy. It's still something that you can get. Now, what I want to show you is an old-fashioned trick that if you want to replicate the big sheets of Depron that we really can't get anymore, there's an old trick. You get 2 sheets. Let's pretend that this is a full sheet of Depron. You get 2 full sheets, and what you do is basically you get your epoxy, you get 2-part epoxy, mix it up, all right? You mix up your 2-part epoxy, you get a brush, and you brush along the edge and put a nice bead of epoxy down the edge of the Depron. And what you basically do is you take clear plastic tape, put the clear plastic tape on the bottom side, right? And then you go ahead and do the same thing on the top side, and you sandwich the 2 pieces together, right? And you put them on a nice flat surface of the floor or the ground or something like that, and you get your clear tape, and you basically join them together. You seam them together with the 2-part epoxy, and that gives you a bigger piece. So let's say you take this Pro-formance foam, all right, or you take the Midwest cell foam, you get 2 or 3 sheets in one bag, you take the 5-minute epoxy, you put a bead along the two, and you basically join the two pieces together, and you make something similar to the big sheet of Depron, but the only problem is you have a seam down the center. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's a solution. It's a solution. And it's a way to give you a bigger sheet than, you know, not having that. It's just an option, and it's not the end of the world for scratch builders. I see a lot of people worrying that the end of Depron in flat sheet form is the end of your scratch building. Not at all. Not at all. Don't believe that. Don't believe that nonsense. You still have products out there. RC Foam still sells products you can buy. Don't let it phase you. Just don't let it phase you. So in short, no Depron, no problem. Don't worry about it, okay? It's not the end of the world for us scratch builders. You still got Electrifly and you still got Midwest making Depron-like products. Now it's not old-fashioned Depron, but it's pretty damn close. And the only disadvantage is it comes in thinner sheets than the wider Depron, which is big and wide, and you can maybe make a whole plane in one sheet. You can take this stuff and with a little bit of epoxy, you can seam it and glue it together and really technically make as big a sheet as you want. So it's not the end of the world. Okay? So I hope I was able to breathe a little bit of reassurance into you so that you know that it's not the end of the world. If you're a scratch builder and you like to build card models out of Depron, don't worry. Okay? Sleep easy at night. You can go to your local hobby shops and still get foam. All right, this is DemonDriver. I hope I was able to reassure you a little bit. And take care. Keep building. God bless. Thank you.